Our top story tonight. The crackdown on prostitution in Beaumont is expanding from 11th Street to other parts of the city. Nearly a dozen people are in jail following a prostitution sting by Beaumont Police. It comes only weeks after police led a massive operation on 11th Street that put 95 people behind bars. Fox 4's Kara Dixon spoke with police about the sting. She joins us live in the studio with more. Kara, how large a problem is prostitution here?
Haley, it goes far beyond 11th Street. Sergeant Rob Flores says the sting was so successful the department continued the operation and expanded it. Some say more must be done to dramatically reduce prostitution. The sting that began in May on 11th Street moved to a different part of the city map. Avenue D and Gilbert, Oakland and Calder Avenue, Steelton and Concord.
We also know that if you move them from one location, they're going to another. So it's very important to follow up because other neighborhoods are subject to becoming victim of this type of crime as well.
Sergeant Rob Flores says police arrested 9 people Thursday night for prostitution. Investigators replied to ads in Backpages.com to catch some of the prostitutes. Officers arrested them after the women showed up at hotels, including America's Best Value Inn on College and 2 other hotels.
Now that they know this is happening, they have a responsibility to make sure that their hotels are not being used for these illegal, unsafe purposes.
While police are working to stop prostitution, Sergeant Rob Flores says they're also trying to help prostitutes leave the lifestyle.
We need to make those arrests to try to get those prostitutes out of the business, try to get them back on track, to doing something legitimate and not putting themselves out there to be in danger or be used, and we need to make sure we protect the public as well while we're doing that.
I see so much pain every day, it doesn't make no sense.
This man, who doesn't want to be identified, says the city needs to do more to give prostitutes and others who engage in certain crimes an opportunity to change their lives.
Help us. Don't beat us down. Don't step on us when we're already down. All we need you is to have that light to shine. These people are in darkness. I'm in darkness. You shine that light, somebody gonna see which way and which direction they going. Extend a hand, that's all I'm asking. Beaumont, Texas.
Flores says this is a warning to all involved with prostitution. The next time they think they're talking with a potential customer, it might be an undercover officer. Reporting live in the studio, Kara Dixon, Fox 4 News.
Thank you, Kara.